What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Tuesday, November 7th, 2023, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 8:32 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and I wanted to give you an update on the situation in the Middle East. We have some other concerning situations going on around the world right now. So apparently, Australia is currently under a cyber attack, and internet and phone lines are down for millions of people in Australia. And authorities in Australia are saying that this was some kind of cyber attack, and the entire internet and phone infrastructure in Australia is crippled. Okay, so this is very, very serious. And who did this? We don't know. Was it China? Was it Iran? Was it someone else? We have no idea. We also have a man that tried to uh, walk outside the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. today with an AR 15, and he was tased and arrested by U.S. Capitol Police in a park near the U.S. Senate office building. And this was after disregarding commands to drop his weapon. And law enforcement is currently investigating a separate incident of a suspicious package that was left in the upper Senate park, where this suspect was reportedly cited. Okay, so this is very, very concerning. Man with an AR 15 walking outside the U.S. Capitol, arrested, and some kind of suspicious package that was left in the area where he was walking. We also have some concerning news coming from the U.S. Department of Defense, which has issued an advisory for tomorrow saying that pro Palestinian protests are going to be occurring at all production and headquarters of defense contractors, okay, and also across various cities here in the U.S. So these pro Palestinian protesters are going to be targeting defense contractor headquarters and production sites. Okay, this is a DOD advisory. Okay, apparently there was an assassination attempt on the president of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas. This happened earlier today. And also, apparently, the Israeli Air Force launched its heaviest airstrike on southern Lebanon since the war began. Okay, so Israel launching its largest airstrike on Lebanon since the war started. Residents in southern Lebanon have reported hearing explosions heard all over the area and all over Lebanon in general. Explosions are being reported. So the situation between Lebanon and Israel is continuing to escalate. The Israeli Air Force is now flying F 35s over the Gaza Strip. And the White House said that they will respond to attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria at an appropriate time and place of their choosing. And the Israeli foreign minister said, "We look forward to handing over the administration of Gaza to a coalition that includes the U.S., Europe, Islamic countries, or local leaders." All right. So Israel does not want to occupy Gaza once they eliminate Hamas. They want to turn Gaza over to an international coalition of some kind. Okay. And the Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says that Gaza is the biggest terrorist base ever built by man. And I think what he's saying is true when you think about all the tunnels underneath Gaza, all the hospitals that they're using as bases. I think it's true what he's saying. The Israeli Defense Minister also said tonight during a press conference that the pressures on Israel will increase and we may soon be forced to make difficult decisions. For me, fighting cannot be stopped until its achievements are reached. There's no going back, no stopping, just going forward. And the U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said that he hears the word genocide being thrown around a lot about the situation in Gaza, and he said that it is Hamas that intends to create a genocide and not Israel. And NBC News is reporting that Israel has an elaborate plan to protect the northern border. A commander for Israel's defense forces on its northern border with Lebanon told NBC News that Israel has an elaborate plan to confront rockets and other threats from militant groups in Lebanon. We have multiple forces, tanks, infantry, and artillery ready, said Lieutenant Colonel Dotan of the 300th Regional Brigade. And he said that in an interview recently with NBC News. And he said some of the plans involve digging holes and waiting in the bush for anybody to attack. Some of it is a pillar of fire, but we're ready. And apparently, thousands of people are signing up to be guinea pigs in Elon Musk's brain chip implant testing. And this is for the Neuralink, which many people believe, including myself, that this is the mark of the beast technology. This is the technology that could bring about the end. And basically, the way the Neuralink works is there's little wires that are the size of hairs, and they're stuck into your brain. And then you have like a little port that's installed into your skull. It's kind of like a USB port, and you can literally like plug your brain into devices and interact with devices. And that's Elon Musk's idea. The guy is completely sick. He's nuts. He's got issues. Okay, anybody that would want to do something like that has some kind of sickness in their head. Okay, and this is the mark of the beast technology, in my opinion. And here we have some interesting flights right now over the northeastern U.S. We have some aerial refuelers, two off the coast of New Jersey and one off the coast of Maine, refueling something. What, we don't know. But this is pretty unusual for the Northeast. There's usually not a lot of military air traffic in this area in general. Here we have a C-17 military transport plane and an aerial refueler that both took off at the same time. And looks like the C-17 might have gotten aerially refueled or will be getting aerially refueled. Very interesting. There could be U.S. Tier 1 operators on this plane. We don't know, but this is pretty rare to see. For them to have to refuel a C-17 midair means it's going far or it has a really heavy payload. So wanted to just give you guys this update. That's the latest information that I have. Very concerning about the cyber attack in Australia, and we could easily see something like that happen here, guys. Okay, we're overdue for a massive cyber attack that's going to take down our grid, take down YouTube even, okay? Take down the internet, phones, everything. Okay, everything today is connected to the internet, guys. Power plants, all of our critical infrastructure is plugged in to the internet. And, if something's plugged into the internet, that means that hackers can get to it, okay? So, make sure you're prepared for that. And with all these things going on in the Middle East and in Eastern Europe, the possibility of a cyber attack here in the U.S. now is higher than ever. Okay. But I am very concerned about Poland and the Baltic countries, what's going on over there. Russia and NATO both pulling out of the Conventional Forces Europe Treaty today. That is very, very concerning. So, Russia and NATO have basically pulled out of every single Cold War era arms control treaty. All the main ones were out of it already. Okay, so today, Conventional Forces Europe Treaty gone. Nuclear Test Ban Treaty gone. New START Treaty gone. Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty gone. Okay, we're literally going back to like 1955. All right. This is very concerning. We're in the middle of an arms race with Russia. And so make sure you have a nuclear war survival plan. Make sure you have at least a few weeks of emergency food on hand. Check out my nuclear war survival videos. check out my nuclear war survival references on my website. Okay, all this stuff is free. I don't charge anything for it. I am in the process of writing a book on nuclear war survival. I think it's very important, and nobody talks about it because they think it can never happen. And that's the biggest mistake that people make, is they fail to prepare for something because they think that it will never happen, and then it ends up happening. And so we have to make sure we're prepared for all scenarios, including nuclear war, because if the situation in the Middle East continues to go the way it is, that's where we're heading, guys. We're heading towards nuclear war. And I support Israel. Okay, I'm a strong supporter of Israel. I'm a Christian, and I will always do my best to defend Israel. Um, but you can't deny that things are escalating, and we're heading towards a world war and nuclear war. Okay, so I will be doing more updates tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you can get notified when I post these emergency alerts. And I will be going live this week sometime. I'm not sure exactly when, but I will be doing a live show, possibly Friday night, maybe tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you guys know. But I will update you on the cyber attack in Australia. That's very concerning. So take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.